Hello everyone! With Sargeras leaving us with a little farewell present in the form of a massive sword hurting our planet. Azerite come bursting out, changing the face of war forever. Teldrassil has burned. Lordaeron has fallen. Yet Magni Bronzebeard, he reminds the factions that we should focus on healing the world rather than fighting each other. With his words falling on deaf ears, he asks champions amongst the factions to come to him in silithus, as our world is dying and she needs our help to heal.
Ugh, this chamber is in ruins, champion. It won't hold together for long. Azeroth calls to you, champion. She offers a gift. One born of her own essence. The very heart of Azeroth. Infuse this amulet with power. It might be the only way to save her.
The world is wounded, and with Azerite bursting out of it, even the tighter constructs, like the Maiden of Vitality, they're severely wounded. The planetary integrity is also not doing too well, and she recommends the expurgation of Uldaman, Uldum, Ulduar, Uldir, Uldas, Uldoros, and 4 more Ulds. The last 6 of those Ulds, they're completely new names, although she might be rambling considering a massive spike of Azerite is sticking out of her gut. All the same, we collect the Azerite formed around the chamber into the heart of Azeroth, using the very lifeblood of the world to try and heal the seal that protects our very world's soul.
That's it! I think it's working! Keep going! Just a wee bit more! No! The seal is shattering! Hold on, lass! Please, hold on! You did it, champion! The chamber is secure! Keep that amulet close to your heart, champion. It'll see you through the dark times ahead. I'll keep searching for ways to heal the damage done to Azeroth. When I have need of you, I can reach out through that talisman. I may be her speaker, but you are her champion, and she needs you to fight for her. Well, hero, you've got work to do. The teleportation pad will take you back to your allies. Good luck to all of us.
Although weak, Magni can hear her voice once more, and it's up to us to collect more of her spilled lifeblood, not only to heal her, but also empower ourselves. With that, the battle for Azeroth can begin, not only for dominance over the land, but also for the very fate of our world. No matter what happens in this war, our world must be saved. Now back at Stormwind, we're told that while we were away, the Horde led an assault upon the city, and while Prophet Zul had quite a fire going on, it looks like Jaina and the others, they were able to prevent some massive damage, as there are no real signs of the fire. An urgent war council is on its way, and we're invited to join.
Everyone is here. What news do you bring, Spymaster?
Recently, Horde agents broke into the stockades and freed 2 Zandalari prisoners. A princess and a prophet.
I'm aware. What of the 8 warships we sent in pursuit?
Only 1 returned. Survivors say they encountered strange and terrifying magics. And a massive Zandalari fleet.
Impossible! It's one of Servanas' tricks! It has to be.
Jaina, perhaps you could help us see what this survivor has witnessed.
It's a simple enough spell, provided the subject is cooperative. Show us. Show us what happened.
If the Horde makes allies of the Zandalari, we won't have the power to stop them.
We only get to see what the sailor was able to see, so a small portion of the cutscene with the Zandalari fleet decimating the Alliance forces. Perhaps the aid of Kul Tiras, former member of the Alliance of Lordaeron, that will give us the fleet and power that we need to have a chance in this war. Yet the reason why they left, Jaina Proudmoore, daughter of the sea, stepping aside at Fedamore and allowing the Horde to come in and slaughter her father and their forces, as well as the Alliance not responding to their call for vengeance, that might make negotiations a bit difficult.
Jaina, You're the reason they left the Alliance.
And dealing with that is the only hope we have of bringing them back.
I believe it is. And I believe you can. It will be difficult. And dangerous.
I will return with the fleet. Or not at all.
Be careful, Jaina. Light be with you. Victory in the light.
I must prepare my ship. Champion, meet me in the harbor when you are ready to depart.
So, Gen, how are your sea legs?
Steady as ever.
Take a 7th Legion vessel along as an escort. Secure a base of operations in Kul Tiras. Our plan must not fail. And please, look after Jaina.
As you wish.
If you haven't seen it yet, I'd highly recommend that you check out the Warbringer episode for Jaina, in which they explain in song the story behind this, how the Kul Tirans look at her after deciding to stand with the Horde rather than with her father. Her people back home, they see her as a traitor and a murderer, yet let's not forget that she did try to make her father see reason. Thrall and the Horde, they stood shoulder to shoulder with Jaina against our command and the Legion. Looking back now, she might definitely regret those actions, but back then, things were definitely different. The Horde that her father fought with the Alliance of Lordaeron, that was different.
Father, why wouldn't you listen?
All the same, Kul Tiras cried out for vengeance, and the Alliance denied them, which pushed them out of the Alliance and now hold hatred for Jaina. With the ship of her father, raised from the bottom of the sea, which saved the Alliance at the most desperate hour during the Battle of Lordaeron, we set sail to Kul Tiras.
Child be mine, the Admiral's will, his whole entire world, for as long as stars do shine.
Promise you'll come back?
I'll weather every storm if I know you are waiting for me.
Time to go, Jaina.
I love you, Papa.
Come topside, sweetheart.
Your loving mother will never forgive you, murderer.
Lady Jaina, we've arrived.
Thank you, Captain.
Dark ink covers part of the map, and here we discover that the song Daughter of the Sea that used to hold a completely different meaning for Jaina. The ghost of the past, her guilt, they still haunt her every step of the way, yet she will face her people for the good of the Alliance.
A single spark can set the
works.
world aflame.
Halt! State your intentions!
I am Jaina Proudmoore. I have come for an audience with Lord Admiral Catherine Proudmoore, my mother.
We're taking you to Catherine, all right. You'll answer to her for your crimes against Kul Tiras.
As you wish.
Clear the way! Dangerous prisoners coming through!
I see the city guard is as disciplined as ever. My father was so proud of them. And now they see me as a criminal.
Mummy, who's that lady?
Come on, we're going home. Now.
I suppose I have earned this.
Get those civilians back! Form a perimeter! It's the daughter of the sea!
Lady Jaina, is that really her?
She's come back to finish us!
Murderer!
Traitor!
I will suffer what I must. For the Alliance.
So, my wayward daughter returns to the kingdom she betrayed. Why?
I have come to ask Kul Tiras for aid. On behalf of the Alliance.
The Alliance? Ha! Where were they when we begged for their help? When our husbands and sons and brothers were slaughtered at Theramore?
Do not blame the Alliance for my actions.
So you admit it? You admit that you were responsible for the deaths of our men?
I was. But I will do anything in my power to ease the suffering of Kul Tiras.
Catherine, enforce our laws. The punishment for treason is death.
Do you accept the judgment of your homeland?
I accept your judgment, Mother.
You are no daughter of mine.
Do what you will. She is nothing to me.
Beware, beware the dawn.
Hey, look who's finally awake.
Catherine, Jaina's mother, she's having none of it. She, Priscilla Ashvane, and so many others, they lost loved ones at Theramore, and they cast Jaina out. We are put in Teldrassil, a prison facility that used to be quite legit, but is now run by the Ashvane Company, which makes it Priscilla's own personal fortress. Jaina's fate, that is unknown at this point, but luckily we have Flynn Fairwind to the rescue, who's being recruited to bust us out.
Let's get paid. Alright, here's the plan. Hit me. Come on, hit me!
What's your story?
Oh! Oh, you brute! God! God! Help!
Hey, what's going on in there?
Quick, hit that lever! Riot, boys! Give 'em hell! What? Grab your gear and let's pay the block warden a visit. We'll need his keys. Damn! The keys are ruined! That was some serious... Just what kind of powder is this? Hey, help me grab some of this stuff. Oh, one more thing. Well, two. Ah, that's better. I felt naked without these. Let's move. Maybe we can blow the lock. Sprinkle some of that powder on it. Now for a little spark. You may want to take a step back. Woo! That stuff packs a punch. Let's get down to the lower levels and find a way out. Oh, smells like a freebooter's hammock. Something touched my leg. Wait, no, it was just my other leg. We're good.
You! Stop right there! What? No!
Yeah, I'm officially done with this place. Come on, our ride should be waiting for us just up the beach.
Flynn, over here!
There she is! Let's hop in.
What is going on in there? It sounds like you started a riot.
No idea what you're talking about. But I think we finally have some real dirt on Ashvane. A new gunpowder. Like nothing I've ever seen. Oh, and I rescued the target, of course. Crime buddy, Talia, crime buddy.
Wait. I recognize you. You arrived with Jaina Proudmoore. You're the Alliance Emissary.
Alliance Emissary? Cyrus didn't mention that. I would have charged him double.
You're lucky he's paying you at all. Now row. Here we are, Borealis Harbour. Aside from Proudmoore Keep, it's the most heavily guarded part of the city, and the only place most visitors ever get to see. Looks like another Alliance ship has already docked. Hopefully they got a warmer welcome than Jaina did.
Azerite changes the face of war, not just between the Alliance and the Horde, but across the entire world. As it turns out, Ashvane has already found out what exactly this materia can do and how it can change the balance of power on Kul Tiras. Now Flynn and Talia, they're completely new characters added to the game, and we'll discover more about Flynn as we party in the Guard, while Talia, she lets us know that she's a member of the Proudmoore Guard. Raised by Sir Cyrus Crestfall, who's the harbour master these days, but he used to be one of Dalen Proudmoore's most trusted knights. He's also the man who got Flynn to bust us out, and only survived furthermore, since Dalen Proudmoore, he told him to stay home and look after Talia. She lost her mother when the scourge hit Lordaeron. Her father sent her here to be raised away from the war. She doesn't know much about him, just that he was a Stormwind knight who gave his life fighting the Lich King.
Stay on course. You'll feel at home here in no time. Now let's check in with Cyrus. Come on, the Harbour Master's office is just through here. Wait, what's going on?
Stand down! Don't you know who that is?
But sir, Lady Ashvane ordered...
Lady Ashvane? Do you serve Lady Ashvane? Is that Lady Ashvane's crest upon your shield?
No, sir.
No. You serve Kul Tiras. You wear the crest of Proudmoore. And you take your orders from me. Now stand down and let them pass. We shall parley in my office.
Aye, sir. Let them through.
King Greymane, it is an honor. You are free to remain in the harbor on my authority. Talia, prepare a full briefing for our guests.
Aye, sir.
Fair winds and following seas.
Catherine Proudmoore turned us away, and had her own daughter cast out as a traitor. Why would you help us?
Humor an old knight for a moment, would you? I was in a battle many years ago. It was the Second War? Tough to keep them all straight. An Orcish juggernaut struck our transport. Splinters from the gunwale ripped across the deck and tore into a friend of mine. Should have been his ticket home, but he was a stubborn one. Refused to leave before the war was won. So he patched himself up and told the healers he was fine. A few days later, he woke up screaming and drenched in sweat. Infection had eaten away at his insides. My friend never saw another sunrise. By the time he asked for help, it was too late. Kul Tiras still bears the scars of the Third War. No one feels this more deeply than Catherine Proudmoore. But she is misguided. Her advisors have kept her blind to the infection that has spread throughout our kingdom. The land I love is falling apart.
So I'm asking for your help. Kul Tiras needs the Alliance just as badly as you need us.
I see. Then we shall prove to Catherine Proudmoore the same truth that I learned at great cost. In unity, there is strength.
The choices of the past, they place us on a road in which we need to prove our worth to the people of Kul Tiras. But Cyrus, he understands that they need us as much as we need them. That is why he went to great length to get us out of prison and get the Alliance into the harbor. And so, with a ferry pass signed by Cyrus, a teleportation network set up in the Shrine of Tide Sages who used to conduct powerful magical rituals there, it is time to be briefed on the situation in Kul Tiras.
Kul Tiras is made up of several major houses. They were unified under Balin Proudmoore's leadership, but that gradually changed after his defeat at Theramore. Lord Admiral Catherine Proudmoore now rules in his place, commanding both the military and the guard. Despite our efforts to maintain order, Kul Tiras has seen an increase in crime, corruption, and piracy. People are losing faith in the Proudmoore Admiralty. To the west lies Justvar, a mountainous region providing most of the kingdom's ore, and some of our toughest warriors. House Waycrest has been a loyal supporter of Proudmoore's rule for centuries, but their recent absence from council meetings has given rise to troubling rumours. In Stormsong Valley, to the north, the Tide Sages of House Stormsong craft and bless the ships of our legendary fleet. But nobody's heard from the fleet in months. The Tide Sages have withdrawn into their cloisters and seem uninterested in finding our missing ships. We must unite the houses beneath the Proudmoore banner and locate the missing fleet. Otherwise, Kul Tiras could fall apart before this war even begins.
Tiragarde would be my recommended place to start questing for the best narrative experience, and after that, it's pretty much up to you. If you really like the characters that you party with in Tiragarde, then definitely check out Stormsong Valley, or if you want, just pick up Drasvar, as that stands very solidly on its own. That is how the Alliance makes contact with Kul Tiras, once a loyal member of the Alliance of Lordaeron, yet now it's filled with hatred towards the Alliance and facing threats from both within and without. If you're curious about the history of Jaina Proudmoore and what has happened to lead her where she is today, I have done a more detailed video to explain the full story. What comes next? That will be our journey, but also a story for another day. Next time, we'll probably take a look at the main story within Tiragarde Sound. So for now, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Subscribe if you like my videos, leave a like if you enjoyed this one, and until next time, guys, see ya!